This is Act and Analyze with Maggie and Tyler. We are two best friends.
I'm an actress.
And I'm a therapist.
In Act and Analyze, you will hear us discuss all things within media and our daily lives while relating it to our lovely guests.
We want to have fun, but also learn along the way.
Everywhere around us is media. We just want to know what type of media helps you, or infuriates you, or makes you feel good.
We want to grow with you and leave you all feeling better than how we found you.
Welcome to Act and Analyze.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Act and Analyze with Maggie and Tyler. We are so excited for our guest today. She is so special to me. She is my little, in my I was in a sorority. Well, I guess technically still am. I'm in a sorority. We're Chi Omegas. And I met her in college, through Big Little, and well, no, technically we met during recruitment. And I scoped her out. I saw her beautiful curly blonde hair, and I was like, I need you. So I wanted to talk to her the whole time. It was really funny because through the process, people are like, oh, this is like a Tyler girl, or like this is like an Ashley girl, or like whatever. And people kept saying like, oh, this is a Tyler, this is a Tyler McGann girl.
Yes.
So I during the last day of recruitment, that's the biggest deal. So I didn't actually talk to her until the last day, and I was the last person to talk to her before it ended.
Oh my God.
So I talked to her, and we just really connected so easily and so nicely. And yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
It's gonna be so fun. I've partied with Ashley a few times.
Oh yeah,
and she's a good time.
Oh yeah,
she's iconic.
Really?
I'm excited to get to know her on a deeper level than just the red Solo cups and the tequila flowing.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing. So I can't wait for our guests.
Yeah.
So without further ado, please welcome
Ashley Shanley.
Ashley Shanley.
Hi, Ashley. Hi, hello. We're so happy you're here. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here, guys. The trek was worth it. Yeah, the trek from Staten Island goes out to Burr, from Burrow to Burr, Burrow to Burrow. Yeah, it's the great trek. Tell the pod a little bit about who you are. Yeah, of course, I'd love to. Hello, everybody. I'm Ashley, but Ash for short. As they just said, I'm from Staten Island, queen of the boroughs. Of course. I work for a nonprofit, which I'm in love with. I've been there for a while, since I graduated. That's how I met Tyler. I met Tyler at Sacred Heart through our sorority, and then I got to meet the lovely Miss Maggie through Miss Tyler. So here we are.
What you know? My little
Sam.
Yes.
Sam's listening. The first time I met you, you were in a wig dressed like Zack and Cody. Sadly, that's how a lot of people met me. I have 8 wigs. Fun fact, 8 wigs. That's a good fact.
That's a good fact.
Yeah, it's a little scary. And how is it?
What are the wigs? What's each one?
So I should name them.
Yeah, I should name them. Oh my God, you gotta name them.
Everyone posted about that one. So I have the Zack and Cody wig. We all know the classic season 1 bowl cut.
Yeah,
that's my Zack and Cody wig.
You really looked like a Strauss twin.
Yeah, my little dad thought that was my real hair. Was it offensive? No, but it's fine.
Because you wore it also
I wore it so much. I still wore
the Big Little reveal.
Yes, I wore it for every sorority event that I could. Yes,
because it was Guy Fieri themed.
I wore it the chapter one time. And my little was like, oh. And we just let it rock.
Yeah.
Then I have a long black-haired wig that's really an alter ego as a blonde, a dyed blonde, but Then I have another brown bowl cut, If you have one, you have a matching set.
Coconut head.
Then I have a green wig, pink wig, I have a red wig, and then I have a gold wig. And
Oh my god, yeah.
every holiday, I'll be the wig aunt. Yeah, I skip a crazy wig aunt.
We have to have a wig party.
We do. I feel like you turn into someone else almost.
That would be
Zack and Cody.
one for your 25th.
I turned into someone else. It's my Zack and Cody one.
Yeah.
Especially when I wore a mustache with it. Yeah, just really happy to be here. Talk about media, talk about the analyzing of it, and just really excited to have this conversation with you guys and the people listening right now. So, really excited.
It's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Ashley, you're an icon. You're the Staten Island queen. Did you travel into the city a lot when you were younger?
Definitely went to the American Girl doll store a lot. Pokemon store, you know.
Yeah. Hey, where was the Pokemon store?
I don't know. I think my mom made it up. Stop. But I have 1,000 plushies. And they say the Pokemon store.
Stop.
It wasn't the original sound, probably. It was probably a Times Square like pop-up thing. But I would say like as a kid, my dad's like has like war flashbacks to the American Girl doll store. But we used to go there a lot. Like as like a teenager, wasn't exactly allowed to come here by myself too much. But once I turned 21, like it's pretty sporadic.
Yeah.
I love coming here more in the summer.
Yes.
I'm not really a Christmas New York City girl. You know, it's always Christmas in New York.
Yeah, especially with my shower curtain.
What the hell? Red truck, dog, the Christmas tree?
I know. So cute. So cute. But yeah, so Ash is my little, like I said. And I don't know, I feel like it was love at first sight for us.
Tyler and I almost got tattoos the first time we met.
The first time we met.
We were eating
Little date.
acai bowls.
Or Alpal date. I guess it was called then. Alpal.
And we were eating acai bowls on the beach. It was freezing. I don't know if you remember that. It was freezing my ass off. And we were talking about a tattoo that we both wanted. And it was the female, it's a Venus.
Yeah.
It's called Venus symbol. And Tyler described like some details she wanted with hers. I just wanted it, period. And we were like, And here we are, 5 years later.
And like it's so fun because you like give clues through the week before leading up to like the big little reveal. You give like little clues, you decorate, you surprise your little, decorate their room, and you leave notes of like hinting who you are.
I hated that week.
So I would like lie on the notes. Like I said, I was from Boston. I said I was blonde. I said I was like a education major. Like I totally lied. And
panicking.
Ash was panicking. She was like, she was
Not good. It was not good. I was one of those girls, I admit it. Like,
Yeah.
like, what, Tyler?
yeah, no, believe you. That's what
Tyler was a hot commodity. I want to put it out there. Like, everyone wanted Tyler.
of course.
And when I got Tyler, I was like, shout out everyone. No, everyone's awesome. And, you know, everyone melded really well together. But
Exactly. Not to like toot my own horn, but a similar thing happened when I was getting big. Like people were fighting over like being my like Abby is my big, love you. And there was a couple other
Abby came out on top.
Abigail. But I mean, you were my number one and I was your number one. And same with Abby. I put Abby as my number one and so was you guys like right after rank.
You have to rank them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like you like mutually feel it. At least in my experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt it like very mutually with my little. I felt it very mutually with Tyler. Like, you know,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong if you don't get your first choice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just let them root it.
I'm watching just watching this show called Traders, which is like this game show. It's like I don't know if anyone's played the game Werewolf. I was explaining this game to Tyler earlier, and it's kind of like so it's 3 killers and then the rest are faithfuls, and the faithfuls try and pick the killer, and like they like go through this like they kind of like go through this rank system of like who's the killer in the when they talk about it, and they're like I think this person, and then this it's very like strategic in that way.
I faintly remember this from middle school.
Yeah, and it's apparently a game you can buy and stuff and play with people, and like it gets really crazy, and like wild because people are lying to one another. Yeah, they're like being deceitful. I don't know why that energy just made me think like, oh, like no, it's similar to that. It is similar to that. I feel like that could be a scary movie. Oh. Yeah, sorority house. Bigs and little. It's the weeks of bigs and littles. It's 7 days. They're having a whole system, and the girl really thinks this girl's going to be her big, and then the lying happens, and then the girl goes all Carrie on the sorority, and it's like, that would be that would. I can't love that. That would be a good plot. But I was also thinking it's like some killer who's like pretending to be the big the whole time.
Oh my God.
And then during the reveal, it's like, she turns around, it's like, and that's it.
I think my favorite
right there.
I think my favorite part of Big Little though was the just the creativity that our specific family has.
Yeah.
With like the reveals, like you have a theme with it. Tyler's was so sweet. Like yours was like Welcome to the High. Yeah. Beyonce. That was awesome. I was Flavortown. Yeah. If that doesn't give a clue of what's going on in my brain.
Yeah.
And then my little was Pitbull. And so, you know, we got some good ones.
Energy. Yeah. I
like bald cap and all ballet.
Yep. Love. So good. And then your G Little, my Gigi Little.
I did Taurus.
Was, New York City Taurus. You brought a hot dog.
I had a hot dog in my fanny pack sticking out, and then I had a hot dog in my hand. And I ate it. During Big Little, like they're literally hugging and screaming, and I'm lashing out because like I'm not the G big, I'm the GG big. I'm there for like dramatic effect almost. Shout out Frankie though, loved being there.
So at Sacred Heart, you majored in hospitality.
I did.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So I wanted to go through another career for life, but my family was very, very against it. So I was thinking like, what am I good at? What can I, like I love talking to people. I just had this thing where I don't want, sounds weird, I don't want an easy job. I don't want to twiddle my thumbs all day and be on my phone and just wait for the clock to be 5. I want to be busy, and that's just how both my parents are. Yeah. So hospitality, you're always on your feet, always moving, you're always doing something, and I don't know, I'm not shy. Yeah. So you can't be shy. You can be in certain aspects. I don't want to discourage anybody, but you have to be comfortable. And I'm very comfortable with the confrontation. And just like, if someone's like getting loud with me, I don't get nervous by it. I'm just like, okay. And then the demons in my brain are like, but like on the outside, I'm like, man, we'll handle that for you. So I just like kind of like fell in love with it. And then I just like worked. I was a waitress. And I was like, I really like this. So I knew I wasn't a woman in STEM. Like we just said, the other career path I couldn't do. And I just like hospitality just felt right. Sacred Heart had an amazing program. It was definitely for the girls. Yeah. It was mostly women, which I'm not discouraging any guys out there that want to do it, but it was just nice kind of like having a strong like female student body almost around me. Yeah. They're all great girls. They're all doing great things right now. Yeah. It was just a really wide scope too. I did culinary. I did lodging math. I tell math is horrible, but like if you like it, go for it. Yeah. And then I really liked country clubs and things like that, and just like things of that nature. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it was great. It was really cool. Some people like are a little weird about it, where they're like, oh, that's not a real major. And I'm like, okay, if you picked a hard major and you're just mad that I'm chopping onions, okay. I chose my major. You chose yours.
Exactly.
But like I loved every second of it. Like I'm sad that it's not a program anymore at Sacred Heart.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, I think I was like the second to last class to graduate with it, because it was so small and it was so niche that they were like, this isn't working. Schools like Delaware, mostly Florida Southern schools like that, big programs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were
interesting.
Yeah, sheer. I was going to go to school in Florida if I didn't get Sacred Heart. Yeah. So I never went to Thailand. No, thank God I did. Here I am. But no, I absolutely loved it, and it led me to my line of work now with nonprofits. I think a lot of things I learned in school really help with the nonprofit world, and it's just really awesome that I have that almost like knowledge disguised.
Also, that's shit that's never going to go out.
Exactly. So true. So true.
People always need hotels to stay in. People always need restaurants to go to. People always need companies that are always thinking about their people, and that's what hospitality is. So it's just so crazy that there's not as many. Like that's so crazy that it's so niche in the Northeast because you need to know, and you need to know how to deal with people.
Absolutely.
You need to know how to deal with people.
It's pretty cool too with the idea of like I can work anywhere I want.
Exactly.
I can go to Bahamas if I want.
So versatile.
Literally, so true. So it just felt like the safest option for me. Because again, not in the medical field. I don't want to be involved in that. Nothing wrong with it. Just not for me. And then like, I'm not good at math. I was thinking education for a second, but I was like, that's not really me either.
Right.
It just like felt right. It just like fell into place.
Yes. Yeah.
I think kind of how you felt with going to grad school and things of that nature. It just felt right.
It just felt right. Yeah.
You know.
And I remember when we went on our first Alpel date, you talked about like wanting to open a bar. I feel like that was your thought process.
Oh, yeah. I would love that, but after watching Bar Rescue, shout out John Taffer. Love him. I don't know. I'm like, as I'm getting older, I'm turning 24 in 2 months. And I'm just having this thought process of like, if I go down the route of having children, having a family, I want to be around them. Like, I love my job and I put 110% into my job and I want to be there. But I'm definitely part of that culture of like, you know, it's 5:10 and the computer closes.
Yeah.
It's time to live.
Yeah.
So I think in the spirit world or just the bar world, like, you know, that's like hard work. I commend anybody who does it and they do it successfully. Awesome. But I don't know, like maybe when I'm older, maybe I'll change my mind. But right now I'm looking for like stability.
Yes.
But also like that balance.
The work-life balance. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
There's none of that. There's none of that if you, there's none of that if you opened up a bar or like a restaurant.
Always on the clock.
Yeah.
It was not a bad thing. If that's the dream, go for it. And but I feel like you really want that to do that.
Yes.
But no, spirit world is still really cool. Like I could definitely see myself bouncing to that realm, but we'll see. I'm pretty cozy right now.
Good. Good. How are you affected by media day to day?
Day to day, probably because it's probably like closely related to a lot of people listening and even you guys, like just the form of music. That media really affects me. I made a joke to my boyfriend Jonathan that I always have an AirPod in every selfie on my Instagram. And he told me he noticed that when we first started talking. So I just always have music playing. It's not in a way that I need a distraction. It kind of just drowns everything out almost. I'm very much the type, I stress myself out really easily because like I care a lot and I am a perfectionist, but sometimes it's my downfall. I think just music, and it's all different like spans, if that's even a word, like just across the board of music. It could be Mozart, it could be ASMR. Like that's why I'm listening to you guys when I work, because it's just calming. And it's like I said just to Tyler before, it's almost like I'm in a trance and I'm just getting my work done. It also just like, and people listening or you guys too, like it just elevates my mood. I have a rule. If I'm like having a mental breakdown, I listen to Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO.
That's iconic.
I saw that like on the internet somewhere. Like that's not my thing, but I started doing it and it's so funny because you're like crying and you're just like, and then you start picturing the hamsters. And then it's just like, you're like, why am I thinking about hamsters in tracksuits in Kia? So I think if that's okay to use that form of media, like I think music itself, and like, you know, I think like people like Beyonce, like they have like a big effect on us too, and like how they portray their music and things like that. I'm not really a TV show movie girl. Like I love watching movies and TV, but like I wouldn't say I'm like, I don't know, like I don't have a TV in my room. Like I'm such a YouTube. Oh my god, I got YouTube girl. And let's get into it, girl.
I'm a YouTube girly, but I go through YouTube phases.
I do too.
What? Give me channels. Give me lane. Yeah, this give me everything.
So right now the wave, like I will be eating like, let's say like soup I'll put my phone up. I'm watching bar rescue clips. Don't talk to me. 2-hour compilations. Don't talk to me. My poor mother. Like, I live at home right now. Oh my God, that poor girl just tries to talk to me. And I'm like, what? John Tapper's yelling at somebody. It's the same clip on repeat, just in different fonts. Then I used to watch the Try Guys a lot. I think they're cuties. I think they're really cool.
I love the Try Guys. Yeah. I went and saw Keith's off-Broadway show. That's how much I love it.
I love them all for different reasons.
I know, me too.
I have to say Zach, though, because I think Zach reminds me of my sister. I know.
That is so surprising.
We always say that. I mean, I look at my sister all the time. I'm like, Jenna, you are Zach Kornfeld. She goes, oh, I know.
What, like, why? Like, what?
Just like
Oh, no, so New York, too.
Just like, oh, yeah, he's from Brooklyn. Just like the quirky, just like his mannerisms. Like, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm the cutie in the group and all that stuff. Like, that's, and just like his lingo. And the way he enunciates his things, like, that's my sister.
Yeah. I feel like he is a passionate person out of that, like, the three of them. It's
definitely.
But there's so many people now in, like, the Try Guys universe that it's, like, so fun now. Like, seeing them put other art, like, other influencers and YouTubers up.
Definitely.
Which I
Crazy.
Yeah, like, Crazy's so fun. Really cute.
But they were like my fave a couple months ago. Like, I don't know if you guys know Danny Gonzalez. He's like more of a commentary YouTuber. I just like think he's very funny. Has that very like, I don't want to say stupid humor because I don't want people to take that the wrong way. But just like does bad editing in his videos on purpose. Like, you can tell it's on purpose, but it's funny.
Yes.
And I don't know. Like, I just think he's very funny. And I always like before bed, like you just see the light in my room. I'm watching Danny Gonzalez. Yes. Or John Tapper. Yeah. That's the phase.
So much of YouTube is mindless like that. And there's so much content of it that it's like, it never goes. It's just a comfort. There's something comforting about watching someone's.
I watched this Arizona couple, like they're my age and they're married and they have 2 babies and they're from like, I think Missouri. They're so adorable. I don't know why. I'm just like intrigued. I'm like subscribed.
I'd say a guilty pleasure. It's a guilty pleasure. I would say it's a guilty pleasure. On the topic of guilty pleasures, what would you say besides that are some of yours?
Diamond Would Be Kid, specifically Roderick Rules. That is my comfort movie. It's so funny. It's so silly. Had a crush on Roderick. That's besides the point. That hair. The eye makeup.
You like
loaded diaper? Loaded diaper? Give me a musician and then we'll talk.
The cheese touch. Yes.
And I love the nanny. I love Fran. I love
Fran Dresser.
I love her.
She's the head of SAG-AFTRA.
Yes.
He's what got us out of the street.
Yes. I saw that on her Instagram and I was like, you go, Fran.
Isn't that crazy? Everyone's always like, I can't believe the nanny is the head of
She ran that show.
I can believe it. Okay, Fran. Nanny is the head of SAG-AFTRA. That's that show. It's a good pipeline. No, it makes sense.
Like anything Nick at Night.
Oh my God.
I love Nick at Night. We got the George Lopez.
You love George Lopez.
3 in the morning.
I love Lopez.
So bad for Carmen.
Oh my
God. Always in trouble. I was talking about my mom the other day. She's always, oh yeah, I like Benny. I'm like, you know what?
She's Benny.
So, my mother is Benny.
Yeah, that's
in the most loving way.
Yeah,
shout out to my mom.
Yeah,
trying to think my other guilty pleasures. I do like ASMR. I do not really tell people that.
I feel like people, you either hate ASMR or you either love ASMR.
I love it.
And I love it. Me too.
I don't like when they're like, you can hear their lips like almost like, I don't, sorry for everyone wearing headphones. I don't like that. Don't like that. I just like the noises.
Oh, I like them like munching on too, the crunching.
It was crazy.
I like crunching on the celery.
I like crunching. I like the breaking.
I like the breaking.
Love the breaking.
Love the brushes.
Yes, on the microphone itself. Eat that up. Yeah, I need that sort of tap, tap, tap. The tapping I like. Oh, I feel so seen right now.
No, I'm an ASMR girl. In college. Like I did a lot of like YouTube was my ish in college. Like ASMR was everything.
It really helped actually with like my anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah, it really helped. I don't know why. Also, I like soap videos.
The cutting the soap, I love that shit. Well, it's like a sensory thing, probably. It brings you like, it makes you grounded.
Yeah, what's the therapy behind that? What's the mental behind it?
I would say it's like the sounds when you're having anxiety, like you want to like tap into your senses to like bring you, or like a panic attack.
Yeah.
You want to like tap into your senses to like ground you again and like bring you back to the present.
Yeah.
And that's probably why the ASMR is definitely tapping your auditory senses.
I have a core memory with the soap watching videos. I was in college and my friend Bella came over. Love you, Bella. Miss you. And we were watching soap cutting videos. And she just looks at me. She goes, "Do you want to watch the Muppet movie?"
Oh my god, yes.
And I said, "Say less."
Yes.
Again, my guilty pleasures. I love stupid shit like that.
The Muppet movie is so good.
A Muppet or a
brain, like go from there to that.
All our friends were going out. Me and her just didn't want to go out. We were literally laying in my bed watching soap videos.
Yes.
It's just like, "Do you want to watch the Muppet movie?" Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I do. I'll crack open a Angry Orchard because I was 20. And I was like, "Let's watch this."
That's a good media munchie.
That's a great media munchie.
Angry Orchard.
Angry Orchard while listening to Man or a Muppet?
Yes.
Yeah. It's literally a core memory. It's been 4 years.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
But yeah, my guilty pleasure is stupid shit.
You also like the ghosts on YouTube.
The ghost YouTube.
Where the people go to
The BuzzFeed Unsolved?
Yes, BuzzFeed. I love BuzzFeed Unsolved.
I'd rather get with the ghost.
That's why I'm the analyze part.
Literally, BuzzFeed Unsolved has me in like a chokehold.
Shane and Ryan.
Oh god. The Shaniacs.
Shane and Ryan. No, Shane is so funny.
No, I'm obsessed with them.
Like I remember being like, we would be hungover on a Sunday watching that. Yeah, I was in room.
You're welcome. It was funny.
Oh my god, I would enjoy that so much.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I just come over Sunday.
Yeah, it's like, all right.
I'm Angry Orchard.
I play for Tyler. I play like crazy meme compilation. Like that's been my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
It's like
I love that though.
playing like Northwest moments in pop culture that always come up in my mind.
Oh yeah.
That live rent free in my mind.
Yeah, I always.
Your favorite right now?
That's been my Joan Rivers. I think that's her name. She's talking to the whole group of the Kardashians of like right when Keeping Up came out, and she's like, "So girls, you can't dance, you can't sing, you can't, you don't really do anything, you don't really do much, you don't contribute to society. What are you contributing to society?" Like something like that.
Just absolutely
Just so savage. It was so.
She was a savage.
There were just so many. And also, love you, Wendy Williams. Hope everything's good.
Yes.
So, the one where she's like, "That's it."
I'm like,
somebody has beef with Adele, and it's Beyonce. No, our favorite is what was that? That's a good one.
what about you, Tyler?
I was thinking Wendy Williams too. And Debbie Ryan.
Oh my god, that's the one. That's the one. What did she say in that interview where she's and and I went to the head of Disney Channel and I said, "I'm going to be the queen of Disney."
Oh,
I was like, "Okay, girl, get it."
that's Selena.
Yeah,
Or Miley.
it's true.
Depends.
Yeah, that's been my go-to when Tyler's over is to put those on,
love that.
and they're so funny. Like
They are funny.
when you're watching those. Or hungover. Burnstone, that's the best. I love those. And people think I'm actually crazy. They also move so fast too.
Would you say there's any like piece of media that feels like represents you? This is very niche, and I've been using that word a lot. But it's very for the girls and the guys if they want to watch it, or anyone in general. It's called Tuga and Birdie.
I love Tuga and Birdie.
I feel so seen.
I love Tuga.
I just feel like out of a show that's come out recently that's on Netflix, I was just like, I'm gonna watch it. It looks funny.
Yes.
They touch upon so many things just as a woman that I'm like, wow. Huh.
So, oh my God, I remember when Destiny and I found that show. Yes. Her and I one night were just like eating Chinese food and we're like, this looks good.
Yeah.
We're dying laughing.
It's a good show.
Time. It's so good.
Like Ali Wong's great. Adish is great.
Adish is iconic. Oh my gosh.
So I guess that I think
Such a good duo.
there's a good balance in it of like I feel like I've related to both characters, Tuka and Birdie. In the sense of I think they're like in their older 20s or like early 30s are supposed to be. And it's just about like two girly pops. It's just like pretty cool that like they touched upon like I remember before I was seeing my boyfriend, like I was the only single one. I had my girlfriends for like a minute. I was totally comfortable with it. But there were times that like it feels a little weird. You want different things when you go out. I don't even mean like getting with people. I relate to Tuka almost where like Birdie and Speckle, Sean's characters, really moving in together and just getting more serious, and like she felt kind of lost. But then also Birdie's like an anxious character and has a worry wart, and I'm like, oh, that's me.
I feel you.
So that show, like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's such a that's a really. How does media help you day to day, emotionally and mentally?
I wish I was a book girly. I'm really not. I went to Florida with my little in December. Girl read a whole book, like a 600-page book
Girly.
in like 4 days, like glued. I like that episode.
She like smut.
It was smut. Sorry, Ash. I'm exposing her right now. But yeah, she was reading the whole time. We were chilling. I was sleeping. I was asleep. She was reading. She was reading bedtime stories. But you know that episode of SpongeBob where they see the map and they put their eyes all over it? That was Ashley. It's like,
I'm crying.
either way. So I wish I was a book girly and to kind of escape more in that realm, but I'm not. So I tried it. Not for me.
Yeah.
But I think emotionally and mentally, it's being seen more in movies that are coming out, I'll say the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Like I'll use maybe it's not the best example, but the Edge of 17. I just feel like growing up, like we're in the same age group of like early 2000s. It was very Romeo and Juliet tropes, which was great. I love my slumber party demographic. Of course. She's the man, don't get me wrong.
Oh,
Yes.
But I feel like they never touched upon things like that.
100%.
Where now it feels more seen. It's more normal to be like, oh, sometimes I am a little anxious, sometimes I am a little sad, sometimes, et cetera, et cetera. So it just feels nice to almost have like a normalcy to it.
Yeah.
In TV and movie. Probably books too, but we all know I can't read. Deal.
Yeah, that is so important to have, because we grew up where a lot of movies and shows were so romanticized, were so realistic, and now there's so much more TV and films coming out where it is relatable, and they do talk about like real life shit and what relationships actually look like, instead of like a damsel in distress and like a knight in shining armor. It's like and like anxious attachment styles and just anxiety in general. That's such a great concern.
Yeah. Do you guys have any movies, TV shows that speak to you like that?
I love Sex Education.
Yes. Otis.
Yeah.
Otis.
Like, I want to be Otis's mom so bad.
I want to be Ruby.
Yes, Ruby. Oh my God, I love Ruby.
I want to be her so bad. That's fun. Yeah, Otis's mom. Iconic.
I love her.
No, she's cool.
Love
Maeve's bestie. Yeah,
She's my girl.
Amy. Yes, you're so Amy.
I'm so Amy energy. I was like, girl.
You are.
Like,
oh my God. Such a girl's girl.
I feel her in my soul.
Another show that just is so relatable, that doesn't, follow tropes or stereotypes, where there is just like, I love that there's just such a variety of characters on that show that are just all dealing with different shit.
Oh, definitely.
There's so many. One that is coming to mind right now is Sex Lives of College Girls. Yes.
I didn't hear about that.
It's so good. It's with Renee Rapp, my girlie.
Okay.
I've always felt like there has not been enough TV shows or movies or any piece of media that has really been about college life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like how actually college life is.
Realistic.
With like specifically like young women and young females. So to follow like 4 young females and their college experience at this like it's so all from different backgrounds and coming together, and that whole experience is just such a crazy experience. And I feel like you really find so many different walks of life, and your mind is developing so much when you go right after high school. Yeah, I'm from high school, which you're actually, I think of high schoolers sound like they're so your baby, your children. Yeah, and with college too, it's just crazy. But yeah, I feel like I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's a good answer.
And so I love anything that has to do with college. You would love it. You would love it. You should.
What's it on?
It's on HBO. Max.
How do you unplug from media?
So I'm a big deactivating my Instagram girly.
Yep. I feel like you don't have it right. Do you have it right now?
I do, but I'm barely on it.
Okay.
So I don't have Twitter. I had Facebook for our sorority and to find a roommate. Right now, I really only have Instagram and Snapchat. Snap I'm never on. I just see like memories from when I was 19 and scary. But everyone was scary as a 19-year-old. But with Instagram, I don't know. It just kind of left me feeling weird. And that's, I don't know if a lot of people relate to that. But I deactivated it for 3 months, probably from August to October of 2023. And then I did it again for a month in February. And then I just got back on, and I had the time limit thing on it.
Yes, I need to put back my time limit. I totally forgot.
I ignore it. I'm not that good. I go ignore for the rest of the day.
What was that experience like when you were off with it?
I felt this weird, like, itch to be back on it.
Really?
I don't know why. The first 2 weeks, like, I would go on my phone and look for it, and I'm like, it's not here. So then after like a month or so, I just like wouldn't think about it. So it felt good though. Definitely changed my brain a little bit. I kind of always think about like, I got my phone, I got like a Samsung when I was 14. I was going into high school, and that's because I had to take the city bus to school. My parents got me a phone, and I just like remember I was like, damn, like what was life like before I had this thing? Because I'm on my phone for work. Like when I'm at work, I'm using my reminder app, I'm texting my bosses, I'm doing all that stuff. But like otherwise, like why do I have you? Yeah, like call my grandma.
Yeah, it's called TT.
Call her.
Call TT.
I got calls and I call her every day. But no, it feels good. It just like wasn't helping my mental health. Like at all. The thing that stinks is people send me really funny reels. I'm a reels girl, don't come for me.
I love that.
But
for TikTok?
Yes.
Wow.
I had TikTok for a month. And I deleted it.
Yeah.
I had it in 2020.
Delete that. Wow. Good for you. Yeah. Good for you.
I just knew, I had like a feeling in my gut, trust your women's intuition. I was like, this is gonna destroy me.
You know yourself. You know yourself so well.
Oh yeah. Like
You're one of the most self-aware people I know.
Thank you. I try to be. Because I feel like everyone can be. But I understand why some people aren't. It's hard to be really honest with yourself. But with Instagram, like my boyfriend Jonathan, I just looked at him and I go like, this isn't helping me. I feel bad.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah. Right. You have control over it.
Exactly.
Like,
just like you have a choice in how to react to something that's more sensitive.
exactly.
That's what people actually have run into. Like if someone like is talking to your partner, you could either be like, okay, they can handle it, or you could be like, that's my lady. Cowboy.
Exactly. Cowboy. Yeah. The compare game is a dangerous game.
Yes. And I would lose. So just take yourself out of the equation.
Yeah, exactly. And when
You have the power to.
you have the power to, and like to unfollow, to mute, like, or to just delete it altogether.
Love that unfollow button.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because like, who cares if the other person, if it's someone close to you, if they're making you feel shitty, like, you have control over it. So, Ashley, do you have any recommendations? Anything that you recommend to watch or hear or listen to or anything?
I'm trying to think. I love Brockhampton. They are wonderful.
Spending on the nights alone, waiting.
Exactly. Speak my language now. I love the song specifically Summer.
Yeah,
I love instrumental things. I love things that are mostly like instruments and not music. I like the song Gravity a lot.
by John Mayer.
No. I know you love John Mayer though. Shout out John Mayer. No, his name is Brent.
Red Fias.
Yes. Love that song. I'm trying to think of like a TV show or anything of that nature. Oh, the Grown Ups soundtrack. Like the Adam Sandler like movie Grown Ups.
I'm upset.
The soundtrack is really good.
I'm obsessed.
Okay, I had to meet Kevin James for work. And I'm like,
What? Why did you start with that? I'm real king of
my
Queens.
fun well, we call my dad King of Queens sometimes because he kind of looks like him. He's like so Emmy.
That's my favorite movie.
But yeah, he was very nice. He's very polite. When I met him, I was like, I'm never gonna wash this hand again.
I wouldn't. Never.
It's like, oh.
I'll be like, tattoo me, Kevin James.
Please sign me. Please sign my baby.
Kevin James.
No, yeah, but the Grown Ups movie soundtrack, it's just a lot of like early 80s.
Fun.
Kind of the music our like parents listen to. My mom thinks it's 1982. So, I mean, like, go for it. Good music. But like, that's really good. The whole Diary Would Be Kids series. It's like, you can't be in a bad mood watching that bullshit. Like, you can't.
No.
You can't. Or read the books. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't care if it's 27. Read the books.
I love it. That's good at inner child healing, like from last week for my care of yourself tip. Was like watch something or do something that like, heals your inner child. That's a good one. I love that.
Yeah.
So listen to that.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Ashley, so much for coming on. We loved having you. You're incredible. Keep being a badass. Yes.
Thank you guys so much.
Welcome to Maggie's Media Munchies. Yeah. Okay. So I have some really good media munchies this week. I just got back from vacation and it was a girls' trip. It was my mom and my sisters and I. And my older sister, she's a reader, like we've heard on the pod before. She loves to read. She gave my little sister and my mom an option to pick a book from her library. I was literally coming from the city, so I couldn't get a book, but I should have asked her to just bring me one. But it's fine because I was just vibing. I needed to be like just still. I just needed to be still. So Maeve ended up picking a book. You may have heard of it. It's called Big Little Lies. Did you ever want it? Did you want it so bad? Oh, wow. That's a theme song, if no one has recognized it by now. No one's recognized it by now. That's the theme song to the show, and it's so good. So I watched the show. I didn't read the book. She inspired me, though, to read the book, but, like, maybe not right now because I didn't end up grabbing the book, but we were just chatting about all the characters, and I was like, that cast is truly stacked. Like, that
It
is such a good cast. Shailene Woodley, Reese without her spoon. Nicole Kidman
is in that.
Laura Dern. Okay.
Oh my god.
And let's not forget season 2. Who shows up? Meryl.
Meryl.
And Zoe Kravitz. All right. So what I would pair Big Little Lies with is a big fat glass of Pinot Gris. Pinot Gris. It's giving Napa Valley, it's giving
Yes.
California, it's giving coastal. They're going down Route 1. They're
Yep.
driving the coast. I'm seeing Madeline in her car with the kids in the back.
Yes.
I see it all. And you know what pairs well with watching that show? A fat, cold glass of Pinot Gris.
Mm-hmm. So true.
And on top of that, get yourself some gelato.
What flavor?
I'm going with 1 scoop of dark chocolate gelato and 1 scoop of raspberry sorbet.
Oh my gosh, the flavor palette with the Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, right? The
Sommelier.
The ice cold. It's giving sommelier. Just to watch that show and like to get the hot goss from all those girls. Like,
Mhm.
I've not seen a show that juicy in so long. I'm craving
So
I'm
juicy.
craving another one like that. I do
Basic.
feel as if I was interested in White Lotus as much as I was into the Big Little Lies.
Mhm.
But Big Little Lies was driven. It almost
It
felt
was.
like I was watching a play
Yes.
unfold.
Dramatic, and it was violent, and it
Oh my
was
gosh,
like
yes.
a mystery, and it was like, it was all of it.
So I feel like if you're reading the book, watching the show, whatever, pair with Pinot Gris and
Yep.
some gelato.
Delicious.
Delicious. My more affordable option is, since we were talking about the college days, let's rewind a bit. Let's take a step back.
Mhm.
My college go-to back in the day was put on a YouTube video, specifically Eat with Keith, and I would eat while he ate, and I would munch on Flaming Hot Cheetos
Amazing.
and a Twix bar. And listen, it's comfy, it's casual, it's yum.
Mhm.
It's going to hit every time. It's comfort. So I totally recommend put on your comfort, like we talked about today in the pod, put on your comfort YouTube show
Yes.
and snack on that
Mhm.
and eat some good treats, little snacks.
Love it.
If you can do the regular crunchy Cheetos if you're not into Flaming Hot. I'm into Flaming Hot.
Yeah, like your favorite crunchy snack and your favorite like candy from your like local Wawa or corner store
Yeah.
or bodega
Vending machine.
or vending machine.
Because that's where I got that shit
Yeah.
every night.
Mm-hmm.
Every night.
Yeah.
It was delicious. So yeah.
Love
So enjoy
it.
that as my medium munchies.
Welcome to Tyler's Take Care of Yourself tip, where I give you a tip to take care of yourself. My Take Care of Yourself tip for this week, we're talking a little bit about sometimes getting anxious, like things we listen to, like the ASMR for anxiety, and we're talking about like sensory. So my Take Care of Yourself tip is a grounding technique called the 5 senses technique. So what you do, and you can do this when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling panicky, when you're feeling like you're going into work and you need to be present again, if you're going into a social setting that maybe is a little anxiety inducing, if you're just feeling not present and you feel like you want to be present again, this is a really good technique to do where it's no one will notice you're doing it. Like you can do it anywhere, it's very accessible. So, what you do is you tap into your senses, you do 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. And tapping into your senses really helps you get grounded again and will help you be present or get out of a panic state or an anxious state.
I love that.
Mhm.
I've definitely used that since you've told me that.
Yeah. I recommend it to my clients a lot because it's like, it's not like if you're doing a breathing exercise, like sometimes it's a little obvious and
Mhm.
some people get like anxious doing that. I mean, obviously you should be breathing through it, but you can't just like meditate in the middle of a work day or
Mhm.
like if you're in a meeting or something. So this is a really good one that people will not notice you doing it at all.
Mhm. 100%.
So yeah, take care of yourself, everyone.
Take care of yourself. Welcome to Cravings Corner. What are we craving? Is it a food? Is it a feeling? Is it a place?
A person.
A person.
A thing. What are we craving?
What are we craving?
In this corner? Maggie, what are you craving?
Going back to Big Little Lies, I'm definitely craving a winery.
Yes.
In the fall, I did not go to a winery whatsoever. And there are so many beautiful ones in Jersey. There are so many beautiful ones in New England and New York. I have been dying to go to like a winery where I'm just in the fields. I'm sitting at a picnic bench. I'm drinking a crisp wine. I'm listening to a local play on the guitar, playing the Beatles.
Mhm.
I want the oak everywhere, and I want to be in the fresh air. I feel like wineries were so big during COVID
Yeah.
because during kind of after, I would say 2 years into COVID, they kind of blew up because they were so outdoor and spacious. And I did not go this past spring. And I've been like the past 2 years to a winery. And yeah, I want to have a wine tasting. I want to drink on crisp wine. I want to want a connoisseur. I want to eat cheeses and crackers. I'm craving a winery. I'm craving outdoors. I'm craving picnic bench.
You're really, really in your wine girl era.
I'm in my wine girl era.
Like, for sure. Like you just picked out 2 beautiful wines for us last night. You really have been in your wine girl era. I love it for you.
I've been loving it. I don't know. On vacation, I did try this drink that was not good. It made me panic.
So you had to do grounding technique.
So I had to do grounding technique because it was a sunset margarita. It was basically a marg with Cabernet Sauvignon in it. And I was like, my 2 favorite things.
That's the 2 wolves that live inside you, for sure. For sure.
Yes. So I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. But also, you know why I love a winery too? For anyone who doesn't drink as well, there's like a lot of options there. There's food trucks. I also think that you can find options for yourself if you also don't drink.
That's such a good point. Just such a good point.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to you a little bit. I'm craving a New England trip.
Yes.
Like seeing Ashley, just like where we met and just like the memories. I'm really craving a trip to New England, to Connecticut or to Boston or to the Cape. Just like wanting to see the beautiful, beautiful nature of New England, and the food is so good, and just like even like visiting campus to see what it's like nowadays. And just like driving the Merit. I know that's like a hot take of like
that is a hot take.
I love it, and it's just like nostalgic for me. So yeah, I'm craving the feeling of New England.
I want a lobster roll. I do. I think we should do a day trip there. I think it's so easy from New York. Mystic, Connecticut.
Yes.
Mystic Pizza.
Yes.
The little bookshop. So we're craving fall in spring.
Yes, we are.
We're craving Gilmore Girls in the spring. Yeah, I love that for us.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's been great.
It's been amazing.
We had a great time. We got to chat with Ashley. It was amazing. So don't forget to follow us on TikTok at Act and Analyze Podcast and on Instagram at Act and Analyze Podcast. And we will see you next week.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Act and Analyze.
Subscribe.
Like, subscribe, share, please.
Please rate our show.
Yes. Rate our show on
We really
Spotify and
appreciate it.
Apple. We love you all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.